Okay, for this project, we're gonna be painting inside of our sketchbook. We have paint, you have small little dots, no larger than the size of a penny. This one started stretching, that's why it looks a little bit wider. You have your water, your brush. So go ahead and open up your sketchbook. So this is my next available page. What I want you to do is trace these squares, rectangles, I'm sorry, to your paper. You're gonna trace 3 of them. Okay, so for my first one, I'm gonna go ahead and start with a yellow. You have what's called a tint. A tint is a color plus white. And then you have what's called a shade, which is a color plus black. So on here, this one's gonna be my yellow. My brush is clean. You could add a little bit of water, but you don't need much water. The water's just there so you could clean your brush. So I'm gonna grab yellow, and I'm gonna paint this section right here in the middle yellow and spread it out. You don't need a lot of paint, you only need a little bit of paint. Try to paint inside. Okay, for my tint, my color gets lighter, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of white, a little bit of yellow. I'm gonna mix it, and then I'm gonna get a lighter version of my yellow. I'm gonna clean my brush back and forth. Underneath it, I'm gonna do a shade. So a shade is a color plus a little bit of black. You barely even wanna grab any black because it will turn your color way too dark. So here you saw that I just grabbed a tiny little corner, and then that is already a shade of my yellow. Okay, so that's my yellow with shades and my yellow with tints. Now I'm gonna clean my brush back and forth. You have your paper towel, dry your brush. I'm gonna go to my next primary color, and if you look at my paper, my paint, I still have enough room. Everything that I mixed is in tiny small circles. So my next primary that I'm gonna be doing is gonna be red. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of pure red in the middle. Just paint in a section. Then I'm gonna go ahead and work with my tint. So tint is color plus white. Okay, I got my tints done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and work on my 2 shades. So grab red, tiny bit of black, almost nothing. Okay, I got my red one done. I'm gonna go ahead and clean out my brush back and forth. Come back, dry it. My next primary color is blue. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the blue that's here. we're done with this one. So I'm just gonna make a couple notes next to it. This one's plus black. And this one is plus white.